Hey gang, what is up? Welcome to the stream for June the 26th. It is Wednesday today, and we're mixing it up a bit, trying something a bit off the usual schedule just because I am off my usual schedule just in terms of, I don't know, mindset thinking, something like that. I need something that I'm gonna really like to give me that surge of the good emotions and whatnot. So that's Mega Man Legends for me. I don't know if you guys have a game like that. That's like a mood adjustment tool like that. But yeah, Mega Man Legends puts me in a pretty good mood when I'm playing it, and that's what I need. So that's what we're playing. Oh, perfect timing here. So I don't intend, I mean, I am going to do a full playthrough of the game, but not a full 100% playthrough like I did the last time. We're just going to, yeah, kind of breeze our way through the game and be done with it.
All right, listen up. Drop everything and give me your undivided attention. In about an hour, we'll be arriving at our destination, Catalog's Island.
So,
Check your equipment.
I'm not necessarily going to be watching every cutscene, but I am going to be watching the good ones, and I consider this to be one of the good ones. So here we are.
Treasure will be ours or my name's not Bond.
I really like this scene. Pretty much any scene with the Bonds in it, we're going to be watching. A lot of the just incidental dialogue with like the townsfolk and such, and scenes at the mayor's office we might just skip. Actually, am I going to have the option to go easy mode here? Because I have played this game on stream before.
Mega Man?
Oh, you know what? It was probably before I started using RetroArch. I really like this kind of Indiana Jones-esque opening sequence, so we'll watch this.
Got cut off suddenly.
I'm okay. I think this is the last door.
Dude, this is the first door.
Roll! It's still active. The reactor's still running.
Great! What about the refractor?
It's here. It's a big one too.
All right, now maybe we can finally get some money. Be careful.
Dude, you could have just run out of here while you were just looking at it with that stupid look on your face.
I'm okay, Roll. Everything's all right here.
Don't count your chickens.
Yeah, that's just pure Indiana Jones right there. If he had his helmet yet, he would have dropped it behind the gate and reached back for it. That's exactly the kind of scene that is.
Let me know. Here we go.
I tried messing around with the settings a little bit in the emulator to see if I could, like, up the resolution or something, but for some reason, my computer doesn't seem able to handle it. I get tons of slowdown when I try to enable a bunch of the fancy enhancement settings on the emulator, so whatever. This game's perfect in the first place, so it's not like it really needs enhancement, although it does need, yeah, directional button turning turned on. I'm not going to be able to stop myself from just poking at every last
Wait a sec. There's
little thing in the game just to see it. There's really very little incentive to be fighting enemies in this game. There's no experience or level up system, so all you get is the money.
Can you see a door nearby?
And enemies at this stage in the game are worth very
Where are
little
you going,
money.
Mega Man? That's not the right way.
You can't tell me what to do. I think she was going to tell me that she doesn't like the way that looks. When there's nothing here. Ooh, there's another branch this way, though. I think I remember what's over here.
Be careful. careful, Mega Man.
Yeah,
Looks
speaking
like
of
we have
Indiana
to find
Jones.
it.
Can these guys even attack you at all? I think they lunge at you eventually. Oh, there you go. He's caught sight of me. Ooh, I'm taking the damage
Mega
now.
Man, are you alright?
Yeah, those snakes are nothing. Don't even need to go over there. That's just like a little, I don't know, little bonus segment for people who like to ignore roll.
Watch out.
See you guys. So we got started a little bit early, or no, the opposite of early, a little bit late here. I was hoping to have enough time to finish the game today, but that's probably not going to happen now, but we'll see. Last time I did a playthrough of this one, it took like about 8 to 10 hours, but that's going for the 100%. If you know what you're doing and you're just going right through all the plot content, you can get this done in as little as 3 to 4 hours, so we could make some good headway into this, depending on how quickly we move. Still not a speed run by any means. I kind of want to fight that guy. He drops some money. But before that, we might as well go in here. There we go. Now it'll take half as long for us to take this guy out. Maybe. I don't actually know I don't know how the power stat works in this game. Actually, how much? Okay, so we got 1210. Those little guys are worth 100, so we got the cool 300 out of that. Seems worth it.
Mega Man, I'm
That's
showing
one of
a
the
lot.
things that the difficulty setting will change if you've... It's weird how the game doesn't actually enable the different difficulty settings until you've beaten it once. But yeah, easier settings make the refractors worth more, harder settings make them worth less. Which is another reason why I actually prefer playing on easy when I do my replays of this game, just because it's fun to make tons of money and see all the different weapon upgrades and stuff. Do I care about this scene? Not really. There we go, this is the fun scene.
Look at that sky. Now that's a happy sight after being underground for so long. I wonder where Roll went.
It is a pretty good sky, you know, for the time.
Back for more?
I mean, we took him out once already. We got enough room to circle strafe. Should be fine. Ah, look at that, he's laughing at you.
Hold on! We're taking off!
Roger!
Good music right here. I think this is the only part you hear this in the whole game. Actually, I don't think this one's even on the soundtrack. Yada yada yada. Crash landing on catalogs.
This looks pretty bad. I don't think it'll be safe to set foot in here for quite a while.
Yeah, not for at least, like, probably 2 hours it'll take us to get to the point where we get to repair it. Oh, we can skip that. Who am I supposed to talk to here? Naturally, the last person that I think to talk to.
Ah, man.
I think you get a little bit of extra speed by jumping around. It feels that way, at least. I've never actually seen a speed run of this game. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that easy mode gets you, is you get your jet skates right from the very start. So hell, I've got a good reason to be playing Mega Man Legends again. It turns out we need to get a save file in RetroArch, so the next time I replay this, we've got easy mode unlocked. Okay, as I'm not going to be doing this every time on this playthrough, but as is tradition, gotta kick this into the bakery. For fun, but mostly profit. Ooh, tricky. There we go. I did put it in its proper place, right behind the bakery. She doesn't even have any comment on it either. Not even like a nice shot or WTF, man. Oh yeah, I guess we do gotta be looking around for stuff. Apparently being a digger means digging around in trash cans or, excuse me, garbage pails. Looking for stuff. Honestly, who just throws 20 zenny in a garbage pail? 50 even. It's like probably 50 cents. 2 quarters, that's like what, a third of a chocolate bar. I don't think they actually have vending machines on cattle. Oh no, they do. They totally do. We'll get to see them in just a few minutes. I don't know if they have chocolate bars. I think it's all soda machines. So yeah, that's what a PlayStation 1 baby looks like. Pretty great. Can I jump over the counter and, like, talk to it? Nah. Oh, and naturally, okay, there's just a few things, even if we are kind of trying to speed our way through the game, there's a few things you just gotta do when you're playing Mega Man Legends. Not the novels. There we go. Yeah, he's right, that was fun. Is there anything else we need? As if we really needed any of that stuff that we were poking around in. At some point I'm going to want to save, but I think we're probably not going to die here. Oh, I guess one big question that I hadn't considered is how much of the ruins do we want to do? Because yeah, the big difference between doing a 100% run and doing any percent is I'm just throwing those speedrun terms around because, you know, SGDQ is on right now. Which I guess would explain why no one's here right now. Why watch this when you could You know, if you want to get your Mega Man Legends fix or get just any video game streaming into your schedule, why not cram it in there? Why not get as many games played at once? Do I have to kill this guy too? What? I thought you only had to get the snakes. This is weird. I don't know if Mega Man Legends is on the schedule or not, but if it is, yeah, you can watch it over there in like, you know, 20 minutes instead of, I'm guessing about 4 hours. I bet you I can beat this game in about 4 hours. Oh, I thought he settled down after you kill the enemies, but you still gotta talk to him. I wish that Mr. Blue Boy were one of your options for the names that you can give him later on. Well, we'll get the easy stuff in the ruins at least. There's some buster parts up here that we won't exactly have to bust our ass looking for. Oh, that's my favorite way to take care of those guys. The kick is just such a fun game mechanic. And of course they gotta give you the tutorial here too, just in case you didn't find the first one. Okay, between that and the rapid fire, I think we're good to go for a while now. Actually, now that I think of it, that didn't even matter that we picked that up because we're gonna have access to the junk shop right after this. So this was maybe a waste of time. In fact, this is all a waste of time. Let's move on. I can't remember if there's anything you want over this way, so I'm just gonna forget about it. I think we go back there later for something. Oh, I must have missed the line where they worry about getting a ticket. No, he already gave him a ticket. There is tons of dialogue in this game. Like, almost any little thing that you do to advance the plot forward will give new dialogue to almost all the characters. Yeah, like, yeah, these guys are doing something different than they were last time we were in here already. Oh, shit. I picked the wrong one. Oh, that's horrible. We might have to reset this. So for those who don't know, your choice of name there actually does carry throughout the rest of the game. If you pick hippopotamus, you are hippopotamus for life. At least in the junk store. I guess they're not opening the shop just yet.
Mega Man, were you able to find anything? Oh. If you can't find any parts in town, I guess we'll have to try digging for them ourselves.
That's what the man at the junk store said.
That might take a while. Which means... Huh? Mega Man, what's that? It looks like a weapons upgrade module.
Oh, this? Yeah, the junk store man gave it to me. He said we could use this car to hook it up.
You mean we can use this car? Well, come on then. Let's get it attached right away. There, it's ready. This weapon lets you use landmines. Just drop them in front of an oncoming enemy and boom! Just remember, there's a limited
I had to let this scene play out just long enough to hear that boom. In fact, I'm gonna hear it again.
Just drop them in front of an oncoming enemy and boom! Just remember.
I don't know why I get a kick out of that. I like all of the voice acting in this game.
I'll get to work on fixing this car up. I'll be able to help you
It
out,
really
and
is
maybe spot
impressively
you if I
high
can get it
quality
running
for the
again.
time. I don't think there's maybe yeah, I can't think of any PS1 game that has better voice acting than this. Or at least this consistently good. Like, I don't think there are any bad or annoying voices in this game. This is a boring scene. Oh, that's right. I thought we were doing the invasion already, but no, we gotta go to the mayor's office. See, this is the kind of stuff I don't mind skipping. You can see the cutoff point where it skips from the super low poly model to the regular one. That's really funny. I wonder if there's some kind of ROM hack you could enable so it's just all... I'm talking about the lady in the distance there. I wonder if there's some ROM hack out there that just uses all of the low quality models throughout the entire game instead of the good ones. That would be really amusing, I think. Okay, we're watching this for sure.
Okay, got it? Once the decision's made, there's no turning back. Nothing less than 100%. And remember, it's more than just guns and ships. It's whoever has the most information that wins, right? Right, we understand. You need to keep your costs and risks as low as possible and stay on schedule. That's right. You've got it. Huh? What are you looking at?
I think she says, "What are you looking at?" like 3 or 4 times over the course of the game. It's like a catchphrase or something, practically. I don't know, I feel like... Oh, there we go. There we go. Finally found something useful. I think that's a part for the vacuum arm. There we go. I told you we would see vending machines. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say there were vending machines? I don't want to spend 100 zenny on it. Actually, there's no point in messing around with the garbage pails until later. After we clear the first boss fight, there will be something new in one of them. But I don't remember which one, so I'm gonna have to go looking in all of them again later, anyways. Oh right, I remember getting stuck here last time I played this game. It's like, what? What do I have to do to get in here? I thought we just got to go in. No, you can't just walk into City Hall, man. You gotta talk to the cops first. There are procedures in place. A whole bureaucracy surrounding walking into City Hall.
Let me introduce you to the mayor of this island. Amelia.
I'm Amelia. Nice to meet you. I'm an old friend of Professor Barrow's. I worked as his assistant for a while I was in school.
Good for you. Can't remember. I think we got a new digger's license out of that scene. Or maybe we get it after the city attack.
Ah! It's a dog!
What's that all about?
What? What did I ever do to you?
She's actually pretty speedy runner. Like she could be like a track star or something. As long as you get a dog after her. What are you staring at? That was the line.
A circus clown or something? Go on, get out of here!
Hey, cut it out! Don't you know you can't treat girls that way? Hey, hold on. Down, boy. Down!
From this angle, it looks like the dog has like just one big eye. Like a cyclops dog.
Are you alright?
Um...
One true pair, right here. Actually, I always liked Roll better when I was a kid.
You just mind your own business!
Did tsundere exist back then? Would anyone have known what the word tsundere means? Back in, what, 1997, I think this was? I don't think the term had come into common usage just yet.
Aye, aye, Miss Fun. Up and away.
That is some
Omega
cloud
Man!
up there. Did I mess something up when I was... They're still there. Did I fuck something up when I was, messing with my emulator settings earlier? We got missing nose in the sky. Oh well. Man, look at that sky. This is actually freaking me out. I loaded this game up for good feelings. Not to be freaking just bugging out due to weird ass clouds in the sky. I don't know what any of this shit means, so maybe I should leave it alone. Yeah, I guess I don't really know why a dithering pattern would fix the clouds. So this is disappointing. No, something to do with anything to do with texturing could do it. Or is the game always just like this and I just never noticed? Well, I give up. Oh, maybe this. Oh, that would require a restart, though. Well, okay, we'll do that. I will
Where's Gramps?
save the game and restart. Where's my save monkey? Right after I say I'm going to save the game. Or, you know, this proves that jumping is faster than running, because I can catch up to roll by jumping, but not by running. Yeah, I never played this game in this emulator before. Man, slow card access times, too. Okay, we're gonna flip the settings and reload. Requires, is that like reset RetroArch or just restart? I'm assuming just a restart will do it. Under normal circumstances, this would be the kind of thing I would get out of the way before the stream.
Good luck.
But I kind of decided to play this on a whim. Guess we gotta go back outside to check it. Ah, there we go. Peace of mind at last. You know what? I'm gonna kick the can again. We're going shopping right away. It's justified. We're not doing it for fun. We're doing it for profit. This is a very time-effective way to make money in the early game. Very quick and easy. There we go. I got it this time. Just gotta line it up right. Yeah, that is too bad. I would have liked to have gotten that a little bit faster than I did. Okay, so we probably want some life gauge. We definitely want some power razor. A range booster is going to be good for the next fight, so we'll take that too. And I don't think we need to care about the others, so we'll just dump the rest into... Okay, at least one level in energy canteen is good. And then I think we just dump the rest into life gauge. Then from here, life gauge becomes a bit less cost-effective. Oh, do I need to fill the canteen? Okay, good. Which is better, rapid or more power? The game values rapid higher than power, so I guess we'll go for that. Here we go.
Hold it right there. You can't go in there. This area's closed off.
Please, officer, let us through. Our grandfather's in there and...
You can't go in either. It's dangerous.
What's happening?
Those pirates have attacked the island. Just like they said they would. They're after the treasure that's supposed to be buried here. Enough talk. You have to leave here. Now!
Pirates?
They've occupied the gate over there. They're too heavily armed. We can't even get close to them.
Maybe I can do something.
Mega Man, I'm going with you.
No roll is too
What
dangerous.
does she think she's gonna do
Let me
anyways?
handle this.
But... All right. You look out for Gramps, okay?
Wait, are you crazy?
Wait, where do you think you're going? What can a single boy possibly do?
There we go.
We're the Bonds. We're pirates. You better watch out for us. We're not gonna let you through. So there. We'll be in big trouble if we let anyone through. Miss Tron will punish us. No way we're gonna
He's not kidding either. That's exactly what she says
Get 'em!
after we get through them. You're in a lot of trouble. It's an exact quote. I think the blue one...
Mission start!
Yeah, I think the blue one gets the key first, so we'll go for him. Oops.
He's too strong! Let's split up and get out of here. You'll never get the key from us.
Yeah, the blue one's tricky, because it's the one... Oh, did he get it? Did he get it off? He did. Because, yeah, the little text blurb you get at the beginning about how they're built for offense, defense, and speed actually doesn't quite give you the full range of it. These, even though they all look the same other than the color, these things actually have pretty different capabilities. This guy, he's got extra defense, but he can't move and shoot at the same time, which makes him the easiest to deal with. And there's the key. Do I even want to go for the others? Nah, let's just move on.
Mission complete! We're so sorry. We lost the key. Oh, what happened this time? I can't take my eyes off you for a second, can I? Just you wait till we get back. You're in a lot of trouble. Oh, no. Who was that? Wait, wasn't that the same boy as before? He disabled the Bloom Bears by himself? I don't understand. Whenever I think about him, I get this funny feeling. Oh, forget it! Who cares what this feeling is? It's all his fault!
It's just amazing just how expressive the characters can be with the facial animations in this game.
Here we go! Feldinot, engage!
Also like how they have to get in the names of all the different robots in the cutscenes.
Hey, you! Thanks to you, everything's a mess now, isn't it?
Huh? Aren't you the girl who's being chased by that dog?
Shut up! I don't want to hear about that! Do you know what you've done?
Huh?
You're a lot dumber than you look. You should have known better than to pick a fight with the Bonds. Of course, if you agree to become one of my servants, I suppose I could forgive you. What
It
do you
actually
say?
sounds like a pretty
That way
sweet
my
deal.
brother will never have to know
I wish
about
they
what
would
you
make
did
that
to
game
us.
where you just
Pirates? I
team
don't
up
think
with,
so.
like Misadventures of Tron Bond 2 or
Alright,
something,
then, forget you.
where you
Fine,
actually
see
play
if
as
I
Mega
could.
Man and
I
join
gave
her
you a
team
chance
for
and
some
you turned it
stupid
down.
excuse
So
or
come
another.
back crying to me later.
He could be like Servbot number 42.
You're history! You're toast! Just you wait!
This is just the most charming game in existence. I love everything about this. I never actually knew this as a kid, but that leg with kind of the mechanical parts showing, or I guess more like with the paint job scratched, is actually a weak point. You do extra damage for shooting that leg. Trying to stay away from the buildings here to save on repair costs later on. But it's not going great. I think we'll find us standing here and shooting him. Did we do it? Ah, we lost one. I think it was a bomb from earlier on.
I'm so... I mean...
Not bad. You're stronger than I thought. I'll give you
I like how he
credit
starts
for
to
that.
apologize. He's like, I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry.
Are you alright?
Get in, quick. Right. It's not over yet. Don't think you've won. Next time, I won't be so easy on you. I'll make sure you pay for this. Let's go! Roger!
Ah, rip. This guy's house. I think we can get the Bloom Bear parts now. Maybe later. Or maybe it's in another one somewhere. We'll just check back later. This next fight is actually kind of tricky, so if I'm going to game over anywhere, it's probably going to be here.
Indications are that the mysterious group of pirates will continue its offensive for the foreseeable future. Recapping our top story of the day. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, the city center was attacked by a group of unknown pirates who demanded they be given the keys to the caves and tunnels underneath our island. The mayor has refused to give in to their demands and is
She looks
currently under siege
really happy
alone
about
in
all
City
this for
Hall.
some reason.
Local police are helpless in front of the power of the pirates' weapons. It may be only a matter of time before City Hall is destroyed. Hopes are rapidly fading as... I've just been handed this update, viewers. It appears that the robots and machines being used to lay siege to the city have been destroyed by a single young boy. And now, that same boy has come through the gate and is heading towards City Hall. Wait! There he is! I can see him! He really is alone! Can this lone hero save the mayor?
Mission start!
Okay, first up, take out all the ground robots. Second up, take out all the flyers. There's a certain number of bombs you can throw to take those guys out quickly, but I forget what it is. Maybe 3? These yellow ones take a lot more shots. Yeah, it looks like 3 will do it. Yeah. Also, the flyers will just keep dropping these guys in, so the best thing we can do is try to draw their attention. Oops. I don't hear anymore. Oh, there's one. Oh, we only need one landmine to take out those ones. Okay, we are not taking these guys out faster than they're appearing. Yeah, we gotta actually fight these guys. Oh shit, another red one. I thought I saw one of them over there. Ooh, I'm almost out of landmines. Is he gonna drop it on my head? Oh, what the hell do I have to do to aggro these guys? Come on. I don't even know where he dropped that one. Well, this is not going great. I think we're gonna have to pay a bunch of repair fees later on. Well, we got some hits on this guy last time around. Nice! Oh, it takes out the dude he's carrying, too. Where the hell is the other one? There he is. What the hell did the... Oh, he's just ignoring me. How rude. I think the flyers have different, like, AI and different capabilities based on their color, too, but I'm not positive. Like, the one guy seemed really keen on attacking me for some reason, but none of the others seem to want to. Yeah, I should have taken that range upgrade. In fact, I can still take that range upgrade. For all the good it does me. I think we actually did it. I think we got out of that with no buildings damaged. Hot damn. Or I mean, so far. So I remember this being a really easy boss fight when I was a kid, but the last time I played this game I had a lot of trouble with it for some reason. He can actually destroy City Hall if you leave him alone. Yeah, that thing is harder to dodge than I remembered. Okay, I think I got him figured out again. The trick is that you don't actually have to move very much to get out of the way of most of his attacks. Okay, he's got a little bit more movement on that one than I remembered. And he's... does this count as decapitation when you like destroy the rest of the body but leave the head? That's like the opposite of decapitation.
What the heck happened to Tron and Bond? They should have been back by now. Oh, those two. No, I told them they were in charge, so I won't worry. I'll let them take care of it themselves. Hey, look at the clock! It's almost time for my favorite show! I almost missed it!
Next story. City Hall was attacked by a mysterious group of assailants this afternoon, but their offensive was beaten back by an equally mysterious young boy, pictured here on screen.
I love the family photo back there, too. Nice little touch. All the little details in this game are just fantastic. All the, like, extra dialogue boxes for all the different things you can examine, all the different NPC dialogue. Is that a liquor cabinet? No, it looks like a trophy case.
All right, it's obvious that I, Teaselbon, will have to assume command.
Also, I don't know if this is attention to detail or just a coincidence, but if you look at the clock on the wall, it is just about precisely 3 o'clock, which means if you wanted to catch a TV show, yeah, he almost missed it.
Blue boy get in my way either.
Also, I noticed that,
Wait a sec. Bond's
I don't know what her name is, Tron Bon the Elder, their mother, also has the skull brooch. I wonder if piracy is like the family business or something.
Mission complete!
They look like all aristocratic in the portrait, but...
Mega Man! You did it, Mega Man! Come on, let's go look for Gramps.
Cool, we found Gramps.
Mega Man!
So we could do a little detour for some more digging now. But I think we're just gonna go straight to the next boss.
Wait a minute.
Actually, I think I'll go shopping first. There might be new stuff already. Or actually, no, there's a junk shop on the way to the next boss.
Look, Mega Man. I fixed the car the junk shop owner gave us. I may not have been able to get it fixed in time to help you before, but next time, you can count on me.
Do we need her for anything right now? Oh, you know what? I think I want to go back to, yeah, go back and check out those trash cans. Landmines are really useful for that one fight, and then basically never useful again after that. I don't think there's any other parts you need for the machine gun, just the thing in the trash can. Now, where was it? I think it was over on this side somewhere. There we go. You know, I never found that when I was a kid, because I checked all the trash cans my first time through this area, so it never occurred to me that something might be in there later on. Do-do-do-do. Oh, you know what's one ROM hack I think I would like? Even though the voices don't quite match up, I want Roll's "Ta-da" from Mega Man 11 to play whenever she says "Ta-da" in this game. I think that would be great. So I definitely want my machine gun. The question is, do I want to spend any money upgrading it? Or do I want to just stay with my kicking leg, which is honestly the best special weapon in the game anyways? It's pretty cheap. We'll put some money into it. Don't need energy because I'm not using it that much. Range could be alright. Spread sounds like a bad thing here, but I think what it actually does is just cause it to fire more bullets. I guess we'll find out in a second. Oh, also, I guess I didn't want to leave. Now, what the hell's up with these load times? This is actually worse in a lot of ways than when I was playing this game in EPSXE.
Hey, here comes somebody else. He doesn't look like a police officer. Hey, it's that blue guy again. We'll show him, just like we showed that officer. We ain't gonna lose this time.
Oh yeah, I guess, you know, I like to think that those are actually Servbots number 1, 2, and 3. Because, you know, they all have numbers, as you learn in Misadventures of Sean Vaughn. So yeah, I like to think that these are literally the same Servbots that we just took out in the Bloom Bears, who are taunting us right now. Once again, you can kind of just run through here without bothering with the enemies. But we're short of money right now, so I think I'll kill at least a few of them. I'm not actually sure this machine gun does much more damage than my Buster. Oh, this nonsense again. We fixed the sky, but we broke the water. Whatever, there's a lot less water in this game than there is sky, so I guess we'll just leave it. I don't think any of these people has anything for me. Well, that's a little bit faster than using the Buster Arm. I really miss the special weapon energy drops from Legends 2. That was a really great feature that they added, I think. Oh, that looks awful. Oh, there's a misaligned square in the sky, too. What the hell is going on? Probably don't have enough money for anything. Oh, they do have new stuff. I don't know if I want any of it. Well, okay, I can sell some of the old garbage. I don't think it's even worth taking this. I don't think we need it. Yeah, I'll just use the machine gun for now, and we'll get the good weapon upgrades later. Ooh, that was fast. Not really worth my time to kill those guys, though. Oh, that's horrible. I think I want to restart and try another renderer to fix this. Hey there, Nivnav. What is up? We're just playing some Mega Man Legends here. A little bit of a change of pace from the kind of long-term games we're working on. I had kind of a bad week, so I need something to kind of pick up my spirits, and I don't know if you have that kind of game, but for me it's Mega Man Legends. Always cheers me right up when I play this, when I'm in a not great mood. And it's kind of working already. I really, this really might be my favorite game. I do actually like it better than the sequel, too. I know that's maybe a slightly controversial opinion. Like, the Mega Man Legends 2 clearly has better gameplay mechanisms. Like, they improved the combat, it has better enemy and boss encounters, so you can't just circle strafe everything like I'm doing here. But there's other stuff about Legends 2 that I think makes it not as good. Like, can you pick a flower in Legends 2 and give it to roll? I don't think so. Stuff like this. Yeah. Ooh, do we want to take a detour into the ruins here? I think we can do that after. Yeah, the boss is right in here. We'll just head back into the ruins once we're done. Saving takes forever, so I'm not going to bother with it. Let's just ignore these chumps. Oh yeah, Diablo 1's a good one. Brood War I found too challenging to be a really good feel. I don't know, maybe it's probably just that I'm bad at RTS, but I remember Brood War being really frustrating compared to the original StarCraft. In fact, I don't think I've ever legitimately beaten Brood War. I think I had to cheat my way through the final missions back in the day. And yeah, I haven't played it since then, so yeah, I probably never did legitimately beat that one.
Mission start!
Okay, step... Whoa! Forgot that he opens with that. That is really tough to dodge. I've never found a way to avoid it other than using the dodge roll, which is kind of an obscure feature of this game. Like, not a lot of people actually know about the dodge roll, and it's not really necessary for anything in the game, really, other than dodging that one attack. That got him. Now, I keep forgetting which one of these I'm supposed to go up. I think it's this one. Oh yeah, I guess online, yeah, is kind of where it's at for Brood War. Oh, there's even apart from the ladder, there's also all those cool custom maps too. I played a ton of those back in the day. Oh, that's right. It's got a homing shot. Yeah, he's got two versions of that attack. One is homing and one is not homing. Oh, just barely got enough range. Okay, I'm glad we took those machine gun upgrades. Even just having a quicker time of this boss fight makes it worth it. I was hoping I could bait him into opening the hatch by staying away. Yeah, I don't know how to avoid that one. The homing version of that attack without the dodge roll. Man, you gotta be lined up very precisely for that. You can actually jump up on the platform there, which is one way to take him out. In fact, I think you can even kick the hatch if you want to, which is a funny way to get the killing blow.
It's inconceivable! How could a little punk like that ever defeat me? How much does he think it cost to build that in the first place? I'm gonna get him. If it's the last thing I ever do, I'm gonna get him.
Master Teasel, are you alright?
One thing I think this game could use is
Teasel?
the option for subtitles. I actually still have a tough time making out what he says there to this day. Even Mega Man Legends 2, I don't think, doesn't have subtitles in it. It was kind of a rare feature for games back in those days.
Just you wait. Oh,
In fact, I remember Metal Gear Solid was widely praised for including the option for subtitles. I think MGS was released at around the same time as this game too, like maybe within a year. So it's funny. So originally this whole, like, Teasel and Co. dug this hole here to try to get in, to bypass the entrance to the ruins. So originally we could have just ran up there. So the whole reason that this ruin is off limits to us is because he dug this big stupid hole. And so that's for that reason we've got to get the flutter repaired so that we can fly over there. The hole isn't really that deep. You would think that just like a ladder would do it. But I don't know, I guess maybe they just don't have the technology to make ladders that size
The mayor says
in the
there's
world of
something
Mega
real
Man
important he
Legends.
has to talk with you about. Can you come back here?
I can eventually, but I want to go out and check out the ruins
I wonder
first.
if something's wrong with this radio. I thought I just heard you say you're not going. Mega Man, you'll go see the mayor, right?
Roger.
Oh, it doesn't even give
I'll
me
head
the
back to City Hall.
option the second time. Oh, he skips it too. Now I gotta run all the way back there if I want to do the ruins. That's lame. What does that say? What does that say? Little bit of a lazy translation job here, I've got to say. We get just Japanese text right there in the open.
We won't cut him any slack just because we outnumber him.
You wouldn't think it would be hard to just replace the texture with English lettering either. Like, I know other games have done it.
That'll teach him.
This time, we get
Also, their own little personalized coffee mugs are adorable. I'd never noticed that one line before. Oh no, he actually threw it.
Good going!
That was really
You
loud.
showed those pirates who's boss.
How can I thank you? You've done so much for us.
Give me a key card. Ooh, do I have to? How much do I have to donate? Oh shit, that's a pittance. I can afford that right now. So with this, what can we do? Oh, that's right, we gotta go get the big refractor out of the ruins to repair the boat, to get to the other refractor, to repair the ship, to get to the other... No, it's not a refractor in the third ruin. You open the main gate. So believe it or not, I think we're like halfway through the game at this point. Which seems weird, but yeah, this one's really short if you don't bother with any of the side content and the town side quests and the dungeon diving and all that stuff. Yeah, if you just go point to point to point, it's over real fast. We're gonna go to the junk store first. Also, I think this is where we get our jet skates, is in the next dungeon, so that'll be fun. Oh, we got nothing new. This was a waste of time. I guess I'll... Ooh, flak jacket. 1/4 is not that much. I think I might... Or can I skip the flak jacket? Like, if I just don't buy this, will I eventually get the super flak jacket and just be able to buy that without getting the first one? I'm just gonna save my money for now. Oh yeah, I should probably call the support car to heal. Actually, can I just drive to where we're going? Oh, that's right, you've actually got to visit each location to unlock them on the support car fast travel. So the sky out here is fine, it was just that one area that was all fucked up. I guess I won't restart just yet.
We've got to buy Miss Tron the time she needs to finish the robot! Okay, everybody, on your toes. Let's show Miss Tron what we can do. I've come to back you up, Mega Man. Just a little bit more, Mega Man. We're almost there.
I mean, it's funny that she says that right off the bat, but she's not exactly wrong. This is a pretty short little sequence here. How much are these little purplies worth anyways? 64.70, 65.20, looks like 50, which isn't bad. I don't think you even need to kill all the enemies here, just the ones that are gonna get in the support car's way. Oh, which is apparently all of them anyways.
I'm sorry, Mega Man.
Always gotta do that at least once.
I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, you can shoot the surf bots too if you want to.
I'm gonna ram it, Mega Man. Stand back.
This gate right here.
Sorry, Mega Man. I'm not used to driving yet.
No, I think she drives pretty well. Crashed through that gate real good, at least. I actually don't think there's a boss at the end of this ruin, now that I think of it. Lovely atmosphere in these ruins.
Is the refractor sheet...
I think that's one thing that the Legends games, or I guess the first one in particular,
It looks like...
does really well. Is just the contrast between the above ground and underground scenes. Everything is all like tranquil and charming and good times up above ground. Even the combat scenes above ground, because you're dealing with the Bond pirates who are just cute as hell. Then you go underground and it's all like this. It has this kind of background music and everything. It's all these dark colors and everything. Then we see some of the later ruins. It becomes almost borderline, like friggin' survival horror. Honestly, the footsteps of these charging green guys still kind of freak me out. Just like traumatic flashbacks to my childhood. I actually kind of forget where to go in this one. Friggin' mosquitoes messing with my lock-on. Yeah, the lock-on system in this game is not great. Now I want to hit the mosquito, but it's not. There we go. Son of a bitch. Why would you lock onto that guy? Can't even see him. There we go. Oh, it only took 2 more shots. Oh yeah, I remember this place now. So we're looking for 3 keys like that one.
I'm picking up a faint signal. That must be the starter
Wherever
key.
they are.
Keep looking. There's probably a few more lying around somewhere.
Huh. Well, I guess he's not hurting anyone. I think he's clipped inside the wall. Oh yeah, we got to explore this place thoroughly too, because I'm pretty sure there's the rollerboard and whatever the other parts are for the jet skates.
Remember the first time you went on a dig, Mega Man? I wasn't used to being a spotter, and you ended up getting lost underground for 3 days. Remember?
Yeah,
You
sounds
were
like good
lucky that
times.
Gramps
Those were the
came to help
days.
us. I don't know what I would have done if he hadn't been there. There's something there. It looks like some kind of compactor or something. Did you find another starter?
Man, that
That's
thing
2.
sure looks
Only
deadly.
1 more to go. It's
Probably
gotta be around
fucked
here
if I get hit by
somewhere.
this thing. Oh no, it's only 1 point of damage, same as everything else. At least at this stage in the game. Later on, we'll see stuff that does way more than 1 point of damage. now. I forget where the third key is. Actually, never mind. I remember where the third key is. Gotta get way up there. Oh, you know what it is now? The rollerboard and the other jet skate parts aren't in here. They're in the ruins that this place is connected to, which means we got to do a little bit more dungeon diving right after this. I really would like to see some kind of indie revival of some sort of Mega Man Legends styled game. That was kind of what was it? Red Ash was supposed to be promising, but I don't exactly have high hopes for that one at this point.
That's it. Now you
The problem is 3D action games are a little bit too advanced for most indie studios. Like you see a lot of indie developers these days emulating the types of games that were released in like the 16-bit era. Yeah, a lot of 2D platformers, adventure, like point-and-click adventure games, that kind of stuff. Not a lot of, 3D action games though, and I'd kind of like them to start venturing into that territory. This is kind of a weird point in the game right here, where you don't really have any direction as to where you're going. And he's like, "Oh, cool, we got a refractor. That'll probably come in handy somewhere. Let's go look for something to do with it, I guess." So yeah, the helmet, I think, prevents knockdown damage. I never wear it in this game, though, because it looks dorky. Much as in real life, where I don't wear hats because it messes up my hair. Which I guess should be less of a, concern these days. If anything, I should probably go back to wear it. I could probably fit all the hair I have left very easily underneath a hat these days, so maybe I should actually do so. Gonna mess around with the grenade a bit, I think. I've never really used this one very much. Probably for good reason. Ooh, yeah, that's really expensive. I don't know about this. Well, it'll double the attack power, so we'll do that at least. Oh, you know what? This grenade arm's gonna be useless for the next major fight, too. What? Oh yeah, I gotta actually equip them. Yeah, so for comparison's sake, this is the helmet. I don't know. Personally, I think it's kind of stupid looking. Yeah, it's just not stylish. It gives him this dumb, like, big head kind of look. Especially... He actually looks alright from behind. It looks pretty stylish from behind, but it makes him look dumb in cutscenes, so we're gonna take it off. There we go, see? Like, yeah, Mega Man's got good hair. He should show it off. Cool, we got our grenade money back already. Oh, this isn't anywhere special. This is just connecting to ruins that we could have been in already. Oh, there's... Okay, we couldn't get to this treasure chest before. It's just a bunch of Zenny. That is so boring. I was sure that the boots would let us get some new... Oh, okay, we got... Nope. Thought I saw a tunnel there, but... Here we go. That's the good stuff. Unfortunately, we still need another part that I forget where it is. Shit, it was the rollerboard and like the old sneakers or something. Okay, what do we have? Whatever it is, we don't have it. I've actually got to go to the bathroom. We'll be... Also, I got to make more coffee, too. So, yeah, we'll just go on a quick refreshment break here and be back in just a minute. I'll talk more about PS1 nostalgia, because I've been thinking about this. I should probably just talk out loud when I'm thinking about stuff. That's a good habit to get into as a streamer. You'd think I would have nailed that by now, after 2 years of streaming. But here we are, back in a minute. Oh yeah, so I had a train of thought going about indie devs and kind of PS1 era of 3D action games. There was kind of a funny thing that happened with Mighty Number 9 where it basically got overtaken by a bunch of the indie scene. There was all this hype around Mighty Number 9. It's like, oh, new Mega Man game after Capcom's basically abandoned Mega Man and people aren't really making these types of games anymore. They're bringing it back and it's going to be awesome. You know what? Let's go dig around in the ruins a little bit more. And then, you know, the development of Mighty Number 9 was a big fiasco. It took them forever to actually come out with the game and get it finished. And then by the time it did come out, we had seen all of these other... so this is wrong. You know what? I think I need to change the settings in my emulator here. This keeps happening. We're going to go back up and save the game and change the renderer. But yeah, between the time of the Mighty Number 9 Kickstarter and the release, we saw a bunch of 2D retro-styled indie games. We got Shovel Knight was the big one, which is another kind of Mega Man-esque type game, at least in terms of the setup and some of the aesthetics and stuff. We saw what else came out? Not necessarily specifically Mega Man inspired stuff, but we saw like Volgar the Viking. I think 20XDX got its early access thing started around that time, or I guess 20XX I think is what most people call it. Just the standards rose dramatically by the time Mighty Number 9 actually came out, and so yeah, what we got was, it just didn't really cut it anymore. Personally, I actually think Mighty Number 9 was a fine game. It's just a decent like, you know, C tier indie game, which is not really what people were expecting or what was promised. So I would love for that to happen again with Red Ash, where even if the development ends up being a massive fiasco and the game comes out late, what I would love to happen is for just Red Ash to come out and be a kind of crappy C-tier indie game, but in the meantime, for a bunch of other kind of similarly styled sort of PS1 retro 3D action games to come out in the meantime and just completely raise the standards. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. So Vulcan was a bust. Let's try OpenGL. Is there anything else I flipped on that I shouldn't have flipped on? Whatever, this is... Dang it, I keep hitting the Mega Man Legends buttons on the controller, like hitting triangle to cancel, because that's what it is in the game. But it's different in the RetroArch menus. Oh yeah, I guess we gotta save this too. Unfortunately, I don't pay too much. Oh, hey there, Basil. Yep. Jasu Bakuhatsu's adventure story in Halcyon days. It really was Halcyon days back when I first played this game. It was kind of actually, that's not entirely true. Pretty much the reason that was a good time in my life was because there were all these great games coming out. This was around the time of FF7, Metal Gear Solid, Mega Man Legends, all the other Mega Man games too, X4, X5.
Good luck!
Just a great time in gaming history in general, especially on the PS1. Oh, incidentally, if you didn't know, so the Japanese name for Mega Man Legends is Rockman Dash, which seemingly is a title that makes no sense, but it actually makes perfect sense because Dash is an acronym, which I have spelled out in the stream title here. It stands for Digouter's Adventure Story in Halcyon Days. The days is silent, I guess. It doesn't show up in the acronym. But without it, you've got dash, which I think is just one of my favorite bits of like just Englishy Japanese in video games. There's another really great one. What was it? Because the Japanese are always coming up with these just acronyms full of English words that make no sense. Oh, you never played the Legends series? I don't know if I can really recommend it fully without the nostalgia. Like, it doesn't exactly play great for a 3D action game, even for the time. Like, this is basically the same gameplay system as, for example, Siphon Filter, which was out at around the same time. And Siphon Filter is just in terms of gameplay, is a much more better playing, more interesting game than Mega Man Legends. Really, the appeal of this one is all about just the overwhelming just charm and whimsy of the characters and setting and all of that. Basically, if you see a couple of the cutscenes in this game and are just not immediately drawn in, then it's probably not worth going back and playing. Ooh, we got a Buster unit. I think that's just a part I can equip right here. Ooh, good stuff. I don't know if I care about range as much as rapid, though. Although with that said, it is still a good game to play. I think a bit like Azure Dreams, there's a lot of elements going on here that aren't quite fully fleshed out, and it would be great to see a follow-up. That's another thing, is just like Azure Dreams, this game never really got a proper follow-up. It's like, oh, if I really like Mega Man Legends, what's another game I can play that's like it? There isn't really anything. No other game since this one has really picked up the torch. And so, like I said, the main appeal is just the tone and the setting and all of that. It's a very heavily... Oh, I'm just taking a break from stuff. This is kind of It's been kind of a bad week in general for me. Just IRL. So I didn't really feel like getting right back into the same old on stream. I needed something that's gonna, like, improve my mood over the next couple days when we do get back to Tome and Final Fantasy Tactics and all that. And I feel like some Mega Man Legends is exactly what I needed. And so far that's proving true. This game always puts me in a good mood. I just love so much stuff about this. So apart from just the charming characters, I like the way the gameplay systems kind of all mesh together. It's like you got the same basic 3D action system, which is, you know, fine for what it is, but I like the contrast between, on the one hand, you've got the mission-based structure of the above-ground action set pieces, where you're doing all these different sort of varied and creative action sequences against the pirates and all of that, and those are all fun. And then in contrast to that, you've got the underground dungeon segments where you're delving through dark tunnels looking for treasure, which is also really fun. Just sort of, it's almost like a mini Metroidvania underneath the entire game world, where you're, just getting upgrades to unlock new areas in the dungeon, slowly figuring out that everything's connected together in weird ways. FPS Mega Man. That might be... I can jump over these. I think I've seen that. Like, I think that exists. Unless you're talking about like a different Mega Man FPS project. I'm pretty sure that exists. It's like a Doom mod, where it's like an arena shooter, like a multiplayer shooter, using the Doom engine. Like, if that's what you're talking about, I'm pretty sure that exists and is actually reasonably popular. Okay, you're talking about something different. In that case, I don't think I'm familiar with that one. So it's not that my grenades are weak. That guy just has tons of hit points. I think they kind of expect you to not be able to kill that guy the first time you encounter him. But if you just let loose with your sub-weapons, you can totally kill him. I mean, even without sub-weapons, you can kill him. You just circle strafe, same as everything in this game. Actually, you know what? We're almost out of grenades anyways. I'm gonna take off the grenades. Gonna switch back to the boot. It's a bit of a shame that the whole sub-weapon system in this game is kind of wasted, since the most since the most fun sub-weapon in the game is your boot, which you have unlocked by default. There's a surprising number of useful things you can do with just your basic kit, too. It's tricky to use, since it has basically 0 range. But yeah, you can... Okay, I messed the timing up on that, but yeah. Okay, I messed up the positioning on that. Swear to God, you can kick these back at him. I did it before. Back when nobody was watching, I did it. It was a bit slow on the draw that time. I'm gonna kick this ball back at him if it fucking kills me. There we go. So that's fun. You can, if you find any of the giant crab enemies, you can kick those guys over. This looks like a scary sequence here, but really, circle strafing just kind of breaks the game here. You can tell that they really intended you to make heavy use of the lock-on. And that's the way I played the game as a kid, was I basically never just blind fired my buster. I'd always stand still and lock on, because you've got to lock your positioning to lock onto enemies. So that's the way I played the game as a kid, is just constantly repositioning, locking on, and then running away once the enemies shoot at you or get close or whatever. And the game has a really nice flow if you play it that way. Like, you can tell that's kind of the intended way to do it. But yeah, your shots also have a minimal amount of auto-tracking, and that makes it possible and actually really easy to just blind fire and circle strafe. And if you play Mega Man Legends 2, they kind of balanced the combat a little bit more around your circle strafing capabilities. You got a lot more enemies that'll like fire spread shots, lead you with their shots. You got to be a lot more clever and tactical about your combat movement in Mega Man Legends 2. Which means that Mega Man Legends 2 is widely regarded as the superior sequel, as just being straight up better than the original. And in pure gameplay terms, it probably is. But they also threw away a lot of the fun stuff, like the charm, I think, in the process. I think a lot of the appeal of the original Mega Man Legends for me, it's a very cozy little setting. It's all centered around just one island, a small set of locations, and a town that you keep returning to. Oh yeah, I did play Misadventures of Tron Bonne. I actually played through all of the Mega Man Legends series about 1.5 years ago. It was actually one of the first games that I played when I first started streaming a couple years ago. Yeah, I went through Mega Man Legends 1 and 2, Misadventures of Tron Bonne, and I want to say something else, but I think that's actually it for the Legends series. Oh yeah, I played the demo for Mega Man Legends 2, the Japanese demo of Mega Man Legends 2, which actually has some new content that you can't get anywhere else. Like, yeah, your little tutorial dungeon and your demo mission are all completely different from anything that's in the full game. I'm not doing like a full run-through, show off the whole series right here. This is just kind of a random one-off to lift my spirits. So I'm not finding my old sneakers. Or or whatever the item is that I need to combine with the rollerboard to get my jet skates. It's a little bit... Like, yeah, the whole reason we did this whole run was to get that, and now it turns out I don't actually know where it is. Misadventures of Tron Bonne was really good too, though. In fact, I'd say, in a certain sense, it's better than the Mega Man Legends games in a lot of ways. Just in terms of being a lot more polished. Whereas the original Legends was really rough around the edges. Yeah, Misadventures of Tron Bonne, like, it has better exploration, better action set pieces, a much cooler premise. I mean, if the just the charm of the cast of charming characters was your main appeal for the original Legends, you've got more of that in Misadventures of Tron Bonne as well. It's not all as well integrated, though. Like, in Misadventures of Tron Bonne, it's more of, like, kind of a variety type thing, where it's like the different types of gameplay are clearly cut off from each other. Everything's all, like, chopped up and segmented. Whereas in the original Mega Man Legends, everything is a lot more cleanly integrated into one big open world. Or really small open world, but still. I kind of like the original Legends a little bit more just for that reason. But they're both brilliant games, I think. Ah, messed it up. If you time it right, you can kick those guys over without getting knocked down. So if you don't have your boot equipped, you gotta shoot those guys like 50 fucking times to get them to flip over, and it's a pain in the ass, and I'm gonna fucking die. I got my canteen, I should probably use that. So Mega Man Legends, this is actually one other thing that Mega Man Legends 2 has over the original, is they take away your boot, which is a bit sad, but they give you the lifting arm, which is actually even more fun. Oh, that'd be a perfect ROM hack, would be, yeah, just add the stupid little kick to the old NES games. Yeah, I want that now. You know, there's not really much reason for me to be fucking around with these guys. I don't need the money. Oh, I guess I need the health, though, so we'll, yeah, fight them for health drops. I guess the closest thing you've got is you got the charge kick in Mega Man 5, which is a really fun little tool in its own right. In fact, I think I've seen that as a ROM hack, where, yeah, it takes away all your other weapons, and just gives you infinite ammo for the charge kick. And I haven't tried it myself, but I think that would be a really fun way to play the game. Well, I said we weren't doing a 100% run this time around, but that seems to be what we're going to end up doing anyways, because I cannot remember where those frickin' sneakers were. Maybe it was somewhere in town. You know what? I think it is somewhere in town. So yeah, I think we're going to get out of the ruins here and go back to town. Honestly, the kick is like a little bit of a finicky and frustrating move to use at first in this game. It has such little range that it's almost impossible to do anything with. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually really fun. And most of that is just because there's so many different things you can do with it. I think that's just an easy way to make mechanics fun in games, is you just get a game mechanic and just let the player do as many things as possible with it. All the most fun game mechanics, I think, are the ones where you can just have a lot of options for how to use them. Often grapple mechanics, just because grabbing is just such a versatile concept in general. Like, yeah, Ristar's grabbing arms in Ristar are really fun. There's so many different things you can do with them. The dynamite heady, really it's a bite, kind of. Ooh, whoops. Oh, hey, we ended up in the ruins I said I wanted to go to. The fuck is this? I just can't find a renderer that isn't gonna just completely fuck up the graphics in this game. What the hell? I was not having any of these problems in EPSXE. Anyways, we want to use this guy. Oh, the Bionic Commando Rearmed has the grapple arm, and that is really cool too. Someday I just need to make up a list of all the video games that have grappling arms. You make that list, and that's like a very tight correspondence with a list of all my favorite games. Oh, this is my favorite version of Roll. Guaranteed. She hasn't even said anything yet either. That's another thing, is a big part of yeah, how much this game appeals to you is going to be how much you like the characters and the voice acting. Although I don't think I can get her to say anything right here. Hey, we got something. Ah, boring Buster part. Well, I guess there's nothing else we can do here. So now that we got the refractor, I think we're going downtown. I should probably just look up how to get the jet skates. I'm pretty sure it's in the uptown area, so I'll just check there first. Oh yeah, now that we got our high jump boots too, you can do all sorts of fun jumping maneuvers around town. This is another thing I really like in video games, is when you get the freedom of motion to like do crazy shit like jump around on buildings. This was one thing that I actually really liked about Dragon's Dogma. You could jump around on rooftops and actually find all kinds of cool shit up there. I am the king of the world! In this game, there's not actually anything you can find up on the rooftops. At least until later on, there's a side quest where you go checking the rooftops for bombs, but... Oh, you can go riding the cars, too. That's fun. Like, really impressive for the time. Like, no other game at this time. Like, I talked about how Siphon Filter was a little bit more sophisticated with this action combat system and set pieces and stuff. You can get hit by cars too, which is also fun. Anyways, we were off to the west side. But it didn't have cars that you could ride around on and get hit by. It didn't have a giant underground interconnected dungeon for you to explore. Yeah, I think this game was ahead of its time in a lot of ways. In a sense, still, too, because, like I said, there's never been a proper follow-up to it. Was that the one? No, it's not the propeller. Propeller's for the vacuum arm. Shoot, I can't remember where the... Maybe it's a prize on one of the TV... Or on one of the TV mini-games. We really are just going to end up doing a 100% run of this game after all. If this TV station ever loads. Oh no. Oh man, when was the last time I saved? I think it was right after we came out of the dungeon. Oh, that's not good. If it were the emulator hanging, just hanging, I could expect it to recover. But this means that this is like a PlayStation thing, because PlayStation games did this from time to time. Actually, okay, we're in Beetle PSX hardware. Let's try the software version and see if that does any better. Because I've been having a few problems with the game so far. I think that the saves are compatible between the two of them. And honestly, even if they're not, I could probably get back to where we're at within less than an hour just by skipping all the cutscenes. I'm trying to think of examples of like PlayStation 1 style indie games, like PS1 retro indie. And I'm having a hard time coming up with any. There is one, it's called like Forward to the Sky or something, which was like a little puzzle RPG game that was really cool. There was, I think it's called Cloud Built or something like that, which has kind of a low fidelity look to it. Oh, this game doesn't even fucking load in this version. Or maybe it's because I opened up the CCD instead of the ISO. Maybe I've just got a bad ROM dump. Maybe I just need to get a better version of the game. Yeah, I probably want the IMG. Or maybe I didn't. Didn't even give me an option for what emulator to use here. And we're hanging again. Cool, so it looks like I just coincidentally picked the one emulator that actually... I think I just got a bad ISO dump. I should probably replace this. But we're like an hour and a half into the game already. Might as well just finish up this run before we do that. Okay, so we want CCD, we want Beetle HW. And yeah, that was all a waste of time. I guess part of the problem is most people out there I've noticed don't have the same kind of nostalgia for PS1 era action games the same way I do. I guess that's not entirely true, because I've noticed there's a surprising number of Crash Bandicoot super fans out there. Like the Crash Bandicoot new HD remaster or whatever was really popular. Crash Team Racing, really, just yeah, tons of hype around that game. So yeah, I'm surprised by the number of yeah, Crash Bandicoot super fans out there. This doesn't look good. Nope, we got our jump springs. We don't have any of the other stuff. This was when was this? We got our jump springs. What don't we have? Yeah, we got everything from the ruins. I actually, oh, this was right before, yeah, right before we traveled to downtown. So yeah, we didn't lose any progress at all. Oh yeah, I was on the other side of that console divide for that generation. To be honest, I think I got the better end of it. I don't know. I'm not very well read when it comes to the Nintendo 64 game library, to be honest. I played I played Mario and Zelda, and I think that's about it for Nintendo 64 games. And I played Turok back in the day. I don't really know what else was on Nintendo 64. Oh yeah, there was Banjo-Kazooie, which I've heard a lot of good things about. I've been meaning to go back and check out Banjo-Kazooie someday. Other than that, there's not really a lot of Nintendo 64 games that I'm really even interested in. Oh, there's that other one. It's another rare game. I think it's called Jet Force Gemini. That one looks really good. There we go. Oh, you know what it is? No, it's not till the next dungeon that we get the jet skates. So with that said, I don't think I'm going to waste my time with the TV station minigames. We just crashed the game for nothing just now. Oh yeah, there's kind of a hidden or it's not that hidden, but there's a morality system in this game where Mega Man's armor will get lighter or darker depending on whether you do good things or bad things. And that'll manifest itself in various ways in the game world. One of them is that the people inside the houses will gossip about you. So yeah, they'll be talking shit about you if you've got the evil dark armor Mega Man. And yeah, we'll talk about how cute you are or whatever if you've got the good armor. It's kind of hard to get dark armor in this game. There's not that many actions that'll push you towards evil morality. Sounds like I just got a text message. Oh, hey, voice acting. Actually, I'm gonna let you guys hear this while I go check my phone.
Do you think I should
Well, I don't have any red on me, so it looks like she's gonna have to add some talent.
Did you just say what I think you said? Could you repeat that?
Man, not only is she talentless, she's also apparently fucking deaf.
That's what I thought. Never mind.
Does that lock me off from the museum side quest entirely now?
Something.
Okay, it doesn't look like it. So now that we got the big refractor, we can repair the boat. Boat mission can be a bit tough. I might need to do some shopping. Yeah, that was worth the detour. Boat rentals, 1 hour for 500 zen. That's a really good price for boat rental. So a good conversion rate in most video games kind of consider their basic unit of money to be kind of similar to a Japanese yen. So you can think of a zenny as being probably approximately 1 yen. So that's like $5 boat rentals. That's ridiculous. $5 an hour? Then again, his boats are also kind of... Oh, this is super misleading, too. I got stuck here forever when I was a kid. So it's just like, oh, yeah, there's a boat back there, but it's busted, so I'm not going to let you through. But yeah, you just got to try to go through the door again until let you back in the second time. but it's broken.
There. Well, do you really think you should be doing that?
Would you look at this engine? Let's see. All we need to do is fix the transformer and the refractor, and it'll be as good as new.
Roll.
And what do you think you're doing?
Huh?
Mega Man, could you hand me a wrench?
Just a sec, Roll.
I mean, is there a wrench around? I guess Mega Man just carries a wrench around with him for situations like this. Which are apparently very common,
There
where,
we
yeah,
go,
just Roll
all
just
fixed.
randomly finds some broken machinery and fixes it.
Sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just started fixing the ship and...
You really love machines, don't you? I can tell just by looking at your face.
Well, your face
Roll is
covered
adorable
with
in this
grease.
version. Or I guess she's adorable pretty much in every Mega Man game, but particularly in this one.
Tell you what, you can use it.
Adore
anytime
Roll.
You want.
We'll be able to get to the island now.
That's great! Let me know when you want to go out to the island. I'll pilot the boat for you. See you later.
Okay.
No. So this game has kind of a complicated relationship to the rest of the Mega Man timeline. I'm not sure I want to get into it. Basically, this is like in the distant future, like the post-apocalyptic future of the Mega Man timeline. Like this setting is long after the time of Light and Wily and X and all of that. You actually, in the sequel, Mega Man Legends 2, you get a lot more about just the story connections to the old Mega Man games and how this kind of follows from them. I'm probably going to need to do some shopping before we do the boat level. So if you follow kind of the Mega Man timeline, it's, yeah, the original series is the first one, and then Mega Man X follows from there, where at some point Wily switched from making evil robots to evil viruses. And that kind of set events in motion that led to the X series long after his death. Then if you follow the X plot line kind of to its conclusion, you end up with kind of a super, like, not near apocalyptic event that dramatically reduces the population of humans on Earth, and that ends with Zero going into hibernation and then coming out in the Mega Man Zero games on Game Boy Advance, which is kind of a post-apocalyptic setting where the world mostly consists of robots and there's very few humans left, and they're kind of being, I think, hunted down. And then Mega Man Legends kind of follows from the distant future of that, where basically the apocalypse has happened and now we're in like a post-humanity type setting, where eventually you learn, or I won't spoil it for you in case you ever decide to play Mega Man Legends 2, but yeah, this is basically kind of how society built up after the apocalypse, essentially, and nobody remembers it because it's like ancient history at this point. What did I want to do? I wanted to call the support car so I could car my way to downtown. I don't know what it is with all of these, like every long-running game series seems to have its own convoluted, like extended timeline. Like apparently there's an official Zelda timeline explaining how all the Zelda games are connected. What was the other one I was thinking? Castlevania has a big, stupidly long timeline as well, explaining how all the games are connected. And yeah, now Mega Man. Friggin' Mega Man has that too. Oh, also hello, Maze Whale. Man, I still have this problem with fucking the restream chat here, where it's the chat application doesn't have different colors for people's names. So I sometimes overlook the fact that it's a different person talking to me. I thought I totally read Maze Whale's comments there, just as more comments from Vasil. I should probably switch to Twitch chat to avoid that. Honestly, Zelda 2 is one of my favorites as well. I think it's yeah, quite underrated. So as far as, because I was getting confused all of a sudden about, it's like, why is he asking how this game is? Didn't I explain before? Yeah. So as far as this one, I think it's a really good game. I love Mega Man Legends. It's actually one of my favorites. I think that's mostly nostalgia, though. Like, most of the charm of this game comes from the setting and the characters and story and all of that. The voice acting as well. So if you're not really into just the style of all of that, then you're not going to be into this game. The gameplay is fine. It's actually really good, I think, for its time. But it takes some getting used to. It's certainly not a modern control scheme. And also the emulator's fucking around with me constantly. I didn't save after that last scene either. Also, I accidentally reset. Oh, well. But yeah, this is a fine game in its own right. It's a... I kind of compare it a bit to Azure Dreams in that it's a lot of really interesting components that work really well with each other and are really well integrated, but the individual parts of the game are not very well refined. It's very unpolished. Like, there's a lot of obvious ways that you could improve this formula and just make it better, just by making the combat system a bit better, improving the design of the missions. The underground bits are still solid, though. I think the high point of the gameplay is exploring the ruins and finding out how they're all interconnected and digging up treasure and all that stuff. Fuck, yeah, I haven't saved at all since the last time we crashed. I think I just need to be better about saving more frequently. Zelda 2 is another weird one that they never really followed up on. Like, again, it's so much potential with the format, but yeah, it never really went anywhere. I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with the ISO dump that I'm using here. I should probably go find another one. The closest, so in terms of indie releases, like unofficial indie follow-ups, the closest I've ever seen is a game called Chronicles of Teddy, which I actually covered on my podcast a couple weeks ago, although I did kind of a shitty job of it, so I wouldn't recommend wasting your time with it. Also, Chronicles of Teddy was not a great game. There were some really good things about it, but I'm just going over to my restream settings. I noticed that my messages are disappearing up above there, and I thought I set it to not do that. And in fact, I did. It's just not respecting my settings. I probably need to refresh it. Yeah, I thought Chronicles of Teddy got off to a really promising start. I really liked approximately the first half of Chronicles of Teddy. I loved the Musicom. I thought it was an awesome idea. The early dungeons were really good as well. They had some cool puzzles that, again, made use of the Musicom really in just some really cool and interesting ways. And then they just kind of stopped doing that like halfway through the game. and it was just all fight monsters and use the musicom to get door passwords. Yeah, I don't know if people's schedules have shifted for the summer or what, but I've noticed that, yeah, people are coming in at different times than they usually do lately. It's like my streaming schedule just doesn't seem to line up with the rest of the world for some reason. Which I guess is fair, because I don't actually work a typical, Monday to Friday schedule. I actually think I do want a second attack up. Energy is kind of a useless stat in this game, to be honest. Ooh, Kevlar is expensive. That last point on the life gauge is just not worth it. Oh yeah, part of the reason why I'm playing this game in the first place is because I can't seem to sleep at night like a normal person. I've been extremely tired lately, just due to lack of sleep. That should be enough going into the next dungeon. Okay. Apparently we just got slow disk loads. Maybe it would even stop if I waited long enough. Like, if I could, yeah, I would switch back to my old... Like, back when I was unemployed for, like, a year and a half, I basically kept, like, a nighttime schedule. And I think that's the way I'm happiest, I think, is, I don't know, something about circadian rhythms or whatever. I am more of a nighttime person. But I can't sustain that type of lifestyle because I can't be unemployed forever. I need a job, and most jobs involve you going out and doing things during the day. I think you're right about that, Maze Whale. I would probably have to rename the file, but that's not really a big deal. Okay, if this crashes on me again, I'm just gonna go out and find myself a new ISO. It's a dramatic difference for me at nighttime, too. I feel like I do all my best thinking at night. Honestly, I think I would do better streams if I could do them at night like I used to. But yeah, I just can't manage it with my work schedule. Okay, thankfully we should be prepared for the boat mission now. I probably need... Actually, I'm gonna call the support car again, because we got a little bit of money left, so I can probably upgrade my machine gun, which will be helpful for the next fight. Oh, also, there are some special weapons that are particularly useful for the boat mission that maybe we have the parts for. Ta-da! Oh, this is the same garbage we got last time before the game crashed. Oh well. Honestly, because I'm not going out of my way to find item parts, I'll probably just stick with the machine gun for the rest of the game. Oh shit, we're maxed on range already. That is not good. Yeah, we'll take energy and rapid. Oh, you know what? I got enough for a special, too. We've actually almost maxed this thing out. Honestly, the special weapons in this game are actually pretty cool. It's one of the systems in the game that I think is pretty well fleshed out. They're all just diverse and interesting and fun to use. Sort of like a good weapon set in a traditional Mega Man game in that regard, except it kind of sucks that you can only take one at a time. Also, it kind of sucks that they're so expensive to upgrade, really on any given playthrough of the game. Unless you spend a ton of time grinding Zenny, yeah, you're not really going to have that many useful special weapons, just because it costs hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Zenny just to upgrade them to a place where they're useful. This is a really cute scene, but do we need to see it twice? I don't think so. Isn't Zenny a real world currency? I'm actually gonna quickly Google that right now. Oh, it's spelt with an I. Actually, the first thing that comes up for Zenny is a fictional in-game currency created by Capcom, so I guess no. Oh no, Zenny is a Japanese coin. It's spelt differently, it's Z-E-N-I, but, yeah. Are Zenny and Zany pronounced the same in Japanese? I actually don't know. Zany? Actually, they probably are. Yeah, it is literally a zany name. I don't need to see the cut. So I'm skipping like half of the cutscenes on this playthrough. Just basically we're watching the cute ones and skipping the boring ones. Oh, I guess I cut off her dialogue there.
I knew it! They're here! Their robots are here!
So this is essentially the turret mission. This is actually probably the hardest mission in the game, to be honest. It's especially bad if you're playing on hard mode, where the boat takes twice as much damage. Also, the water has kind of funny and weird properties, since it's technically just flat ground, so you can do things like put landmines on it, for example. So you don't actually get difficulty settings in this game until you have a cleared save file. Like, you unlock all of the difficulty settings by beating the game, including easy, for some weird reason. And in fact, I think there are even more difficulty settings that you get for beating the other difficulty settings. Like, beating the game unlocks easy and hard. And I think hard unlocks super hard, and easy unlocks super easy. Which is the same as easy, except it gives you an Omega Buster upgrade that just maxes out all your Buster stats. Which is actually kind of fun. I enjoy playing the game on super easy. Yeah, this is one fight where you can't actually rely on your lock-on. Just because of the movement of the boat. Oh yeah, I guess I should take that guy. Firing the torpedoes out. I don't know. Cheating is fun. I mean, like I said, you get that. Oh yeah, so the one cool thing about easy mode is you unlock your roller skates upgrade, which makes it kind of the most, at least for me, the most expedient way to replay the game if you're just looking to experience the story again and see all the charming cutscenes and all that. Easy is actually a great way to do that. Actually, the more that I think about it, it's a sensible system. Yeah, you gotta beat the game on hard mode, or on normal mode to unlock the easy modes. If you want to make the game easy for yourself, you gotta prove that you can do it the real way first. You can cheat yourself out of the full experience on subsequent playthroughs if that's how you want to do it. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. Now, unlockable hard modes is bullshit. But yeah, unlockable easy modes, totally on board. There's a lot of boats. I guess they're submarines, sort of. Hard mode is actually ridiculous in this game, too. In addition to... It's basically one of those types of situations where the game doubles everything on hard mode. Enemies have twice as much health, they do twice as much damage. Some of them actually have new attacks, too, I think. Or actually, I think maybe just the final boss. The final boss has one of his attacks slightly modified, and I think that might be it.
It looks like we got rid of all their little ships. Wait! I can see it on the sonar. Heads up, Mega Man. Something big's coming this way.
I knew our little blue boy'd show up. I figured we'd run into him sooner or later if we waited here. Slow ahead!
Man, I wish I had the option to rename my character in this game. The closest thing you get, though, is getting the junk store owner to call you Hippopotamus. Oh yeah, none of you guys were watching for that either. Oh yeah, I picked the wrong option, so I guess we aren't going to get to see that. So early in the game, you rescue a dude from the ruins, and he turns out to be the shop owner. And then after you rescue him, he asks you, "Hey, by the way, what's your name?" And you can say, "I'm Mega Man," or you can say, "I'm Hippopotamus." And if you say, "I'm Hippopotamus," he will call you Hippopotamus for the entire rest of the game. And there's nothing you can do to undo it.
Our plans have been completely ruined. I'm gonna teach him a lesson. All right, men, let's do it.
What's wrong with me? Why should I care if he...
Oh yeah, you guys probably missed the scene with Tron earlier on too. She's tsundere, like one of the originals, before the term was even popularized, as much as it's really popularized right now. I'm really bad at shooting these down.
We're outdone! We can't fight them head-to-head like this.
We totally can.
We need a different strategy. Mega Man, what should we do?
Oh, what should we do?
Fight or retreat?
What should we do? There is absolutely no reason to fight here. Retreating just takes you back to the docks, and you can heal and save and come back with your boat at full health. And yeah, you don't have to redo the previous segment or anything. All fight does is force you into the second part of the fight with lower health and ammo. But it's a little bit quicker, so that's what we're doing. Most of the other robots in this game have some kind of clear animal inspiration. Like we had the octopus robot earlier, we'll have the eagle robot later on. I don't know exactly what this thing is. It kind of looks like a frog right here. But the rest of it doesn't. Evangelion, yeah, would have been a couple years before this. Even after Evangelion, though, I don't know that the term tsundere came into common usage even among anime fans. Like Asuka established the archetype, but didn't really become popularized, I think, until you started seeing it everywhere else. Also, this fight right here is horrible on hard mode because all of the damage is doubled, and those arm attacks are unavoidable. The amount of damage they deal is barely noticeable on normal, but on hard mode it's like, holy shit, these arms are destroying me and I can't do anything about it. Actually, I think I can get rid of my range here. We'll keep a bit of range. So as long as you keep shooting it, it won't hit you. Actually, Evangelion would have been after 95, at least in English. Probably more like 96, 97. I'm actually not sure of the release date. Yeah, I think the 20th anniversary of Evangelion was like last year? Or maybe the year before? Okay, cool, that's helpful. I've actually, I found a site that has pretty reliable dumps as well. It's the same one I've been using for the Shining Force games, some French ROM site. Yeah, so Evangelion aired in Japan in 1995.
I'm sorry, Tron. After you went to all the trouble to make us such a magnificent robot, what can I say?
Cheer up, Teasel. Don't worry.
Can't actually find when it was released in English, though.
Yeah, that's it. That's the spirit. Thanks, you two. Now, I couldn't have asked for a better brother and sister than you.
Yeah, 1997.
Get that
On VHS.
next time for sure.
I don't understand. Even though he got the better of us again, I don't feel the least bit angry. Why is that?
I don't know why, but this really bugs me, the way that Tron's internal monologue is not consistent. It's like sometimes it's echoey, sometimes it's faded, sometimes it's just the same as her regular voice. It's just not right. Anyways, so now we can get to the ruins. I think, oh hey, Monkey Man's right here. Yeah, we can just save immediately. Might want to change my sub-weapon for the ruins, but it's fine. We'll be fine with the machine gun. And so, oh yeah, speaking of, I mentioned earlier about how the game kind of turns into like borderline atmospheric horror in some of the levels later on. This is the one I was talking about. This place scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. In fact, I'm gonna let the full door opening cutscene play out just to get the full effect.
Alright, Mega Man, let's get started.
Oh yeah, that's right. These guys have fireballs, not bombs now. Also, I want to change my buster parts. Don't care about range anymore. Oh, I swapped the wrong one. Oops. Yeah, I wanted to... Okay, whatever. That last boss fight could have gone a lot faster. Yeah, so if these guys aren't launching bombs anymore, then the kick is going to be pretty useless. So we're going to switch over to machine gun. Don't worry, I'll get there eventually. Oh, I upgraded... Oh, that's brilliant. I upgraded the machine gun arm, but I didn't actually equip it. So, okay, we're doing grenades a little bit longer. That's fine, because it turns out grenades are pretty fucking great. I have barely upgraded this thing at all. We took one attack upgrade, and that was it. The damage system in this game is kind of weirdly convoluted. So you'll see my life bar turn red sometimes. That deactivates what's called the damage shield. Where basically, whenever I take a hit, that it gets the damage. I don't even know exactly how it works, but basically some of the damage gets reduced as long as your damage shield is activated. But it starts to fade and flicker a bit the more you take damage. That's what I was looking for, old hover jets. I am tempted to go back out and just make those into jet sneakers, but we'll wait on that. Oh, I guess I wanted to keep the boot after all. Ah, that's fine, we'll just kill him with bullets. In fact, let's not kill them at all. Let's just ignore them. These guys are a pain in the ass. Oh, that's right. We're looking for starter keys again.
Whoa. The starter key. That means there's probably a big
Gatling part. That was a lot of damage. I should have taken that Kevlar vest after all. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm stupid. I did take it, or the flak jacket or whatever. Just forgot to equip it. It's fine. Enemies drop health like crazy in this game. Although they don't drop special weapon energy, so you gotta be really judicious with your special weapon usage. That was one of the improvements I really like about Mega Man Legends 2, is the enemies actually drop special weapon energy, so you can actually use your special weapons a lot more freely. Unfortunately, they also made the special weapons cost a fuck ton more money to upgrade in that game. As if they didn't cost enough already in the first game. Oh yeah, so this is the bit that freaked me the hell out when I was a kid. Not that little guy. That little guy's fine. He's not too scary. Invisible enemies charging at you. I don't know what it is. It just, yeah, freaked me the hell out when I was a kid. Really, all you gotta do is stay the hell off the ground. Yep, thanks for stopping by, Mazewell. We'll catch you later. And yeah, I'm going to be going back to Final Fantasy Tactics and Tome and all that as soon as we're done with this game, which honestly should be, like, today. Honestly, if I don't get finished this game right away before work, I might just come back and finish it off this evening. Then we'll be back to the good old regularly scheduled stuff. Yeah, these guys can't jump high enough to get at you up on the platform. But it's faster to take care of them down here. As long as you don't get punched in the face. Man, it's not even worth the money. Like, yeah, they hardly drop anything for all the trouble it takes to get rid of them. Oh, did I grab that? One other thing that bugs me a little bit is the way that the floors are all colored in purple in this room. Because purple is the color that indicates destructible walls and ceilings and stuff. So I kind of got the idea in my head that, oh, there's going to be this cool scene later where I can destroy the whole floor and drop down into something underneath. But no, you can't. It's just purple because there are too many different elevation levels on this map and they ran out of colors to display on the map. The floor even looks kind of destructible too. If you look at it, it's all like, I don't know, cracked. Are we done in that room? Probably. Oh, and then to top it off, after all the invisible enemies, you got fucking crocodiles jumping out of the water walls at you, which is not so scary on their own, but those rings do a fuck ton of damage. Oh, I got one behind me. And you can't use your reliable circle strafe strategy because there's not enough room. So generally, I just kind of, yeah, peace out of that hallway. That is the worst hallway. I want to spend as little time in there as possible. I don't even remember what's at the end of here. Oh good, a rapid striker. We just went all the way through that hallway for a rapid striker. Is that even a buster part, or do I need roll to make something out of that? Oh hell, that's actually amazing. Yeah, I'm actually glad we took this little detour. Oh, this always happens too whenever I go down these side tunnels, as I forget which way to go once we return. Well, that was productive. I think we're going left. You know, a smart thing to do here would actually be to leave and get my jet sneakers and come back and just dash through that hallway. I went the wrong way. Yeah, that's fine for all you guys to be leaving now, because I've actually got to leave right away, too. I got work in, like, 25 minutes. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to beat the game in the next 25 minutes. But I might just pop on for like an hour or two after work just to finish this off. And yeah, thank you for stopping by and for the well wishes and everything. I will see you next time. Sounded like the shield was like fucking unzipping itself there. It was pretty funny. Mega Man's got a very funny face.
Careful.
Yeah, that's what happens when you put text skip on the same button as special weapon. Also, grenades are going to be useless for this fight. I don't think you can even throw them in the air.
Signal. It came out of nowhere. It's a big one. The readings are going off the scale.
So that's a pretty big dude. Maybe the biggest we've seen so far, actually. And there's a lot of big bosses in this game. Oh, hey, I can throw grenades in the air, but it doesn't really matter because I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get close enough to this guy. I don't know. Did that actually... Oof. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I can't throw it high enough is the problem. So we'll just do it this way. This is actually kind of a tedious boss, to be honest. Circle strafing doesn't really work because his weak point is so small.
It looks like you damaged it.
And you can't really shoot it from the ground unless you get just the right angle. So the best way to do it is to just jump. Oh, that was fancy. Yeah, this one's really finicky. I do not like this boss at all. Also, that happens sometimes. That was close. One more shot! Cool.
I'm not picking up any Reaverbot signals anywhere. It looks like you got him.
Honestly, I think the single biggest improvement from Mega Man Legends 1 to Mega Man Legends 2 is that the bosses in MML 2 are a lot more fun and interesting. Actually, that might be the high point of Legends 2, now that I think of it. It's, yeah, the boss fights in that game are really fun. Whereas, yeah, the ones in this game are kind of boring and basic. So what's our checklist before we reach the end of the game? With the big refractor, we can repair the flutter. That gets us to the third gate, which opens the main gate. Yeah, we basically only got 2 dungeons and 2 bond fights. So yeah, we're honestly basically approaching the end game right away. Which opens up a bunch of side content that we're probably not going to do. Buster's feeling kind of weak all of a sudden. I'm hoping we get some new parts in the shop once we're done with all this. I think I got enough time to clear out this next dungeon before work. I'm actually just going to save right now, just in case the game crashes again. I think we're about on par for my estimate. We're going to be done with this in about 4 hours. 4 hours total, not 4 hours from now. Yeah, this is another one of those games where it's like good for just a single session sit down. That's kind of a big leap in just the amount of time it takes to finish a game. There's a big difference between a game that you can finish in a single sitting and a game that's going to take a couple sessions to finish.
Here, he's out there digging up all sorts of stuff.
Calm down, Teasel. You're going to
Her adorable little tea mug there.
No one will, as long as that big door is still locked. All we have to do is make sure we get rid
So yeah, they
of the
didn't
portal,
translate the
right?
Japanese text on the textures in this game, but I believe that's just her name on there.
We can keep that garbage.
Yeah,
All we're
Toro
after is whatever's behind the main gate.
or Tron.
Right, Teasel?
You know, you're absolutely right. Then that will be our new plan. We'll wait for him to open the main gate. We'll let him keep whatever he finds until then. He'll see. It'll be the bonds who have
I think the
last
sign
laugh
up the
in
top
this
up
game.
top there says like meeting room or strategy room or something. This scene right here is completely unnecessary, by the way, but I don't even care just because I'll take all the time I can get with the bonds. They're just fun to watch. Okay, speaking of digging up all kinds of neat stuff, we're gonna get some goodies right here. Oh, right after we repair the flutter. This isn't the exciting thing that we got out of the last dungeon. Also, as exciting
Could you take
as
care
this
of
scene
that
is,
after?
it's also
Okay.
kind of long, so I think we're gonna skip it. I think I might have to talk to him before. Oh no, she'll let us R&D at least. Ta-da! There we go. Best item in the game. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is like this is the second best item in the game right here. So yeah, after that harrowing experience and that just horrifying previous dungeon, we get two awesome things out of it. Not one good thing and a so-so thing, not one great thing and a however it goes. That's two awesome things. I should probably switch my... I still don't have any new special weapons either. Just machine gun, grenades. I don't need anything else. Do we get anything for talking to Beryl here? I know she tells us to, but I'm not sure there's any actual reason to. So he's right. It is impossible to get into the main gate at this stage in the game. But later on, you'll find out that there are tunnels that connect to it after you get the drill upgrade.
Up and away!
So I didn't let that scene play out. It's weird how they treat this ruin like it's way up in the sky or something, when really it's just ground level with a big hole around it. Like, why do we need to go way up in the sky to get over here again?
I've never seen a site like this before. There's a big pit in the middle and I can't... Mega Man? Are you okay? Can you see it? Not that...
You know what? This dungeon might be longer than I remembered. Maybe we won't get done this in time. We'll have to speed our way through Rogue's dialogue, or through Roll's dialogue here.
What?
You know, I don't think we ever do find out what a prototype Anthro unit is. I don't have time to be fucking around with these guys. Also, I forgot to equip my jet skates. There we go. We are fully kitted out now. Other than the helmet, because we're not wearing the helmet, because helmets are for dorks. Honestly, I think the helmet in Mega Man Legends 2 was even dorkier looking. How rude. Okay, I said I didn't have time to deal with these guys, but I'll get rid of this one just to get my revenge. Holy shit, that's a clever one. Well, I'm not gonna get outsmarted by a frickin' Terminator robot, so we will get revenge on him too. Man, it's only been like a year and a half since the last time I played this game. But I already forget everything about this dungeon. Whatever. I think we're looking for keys again, because that's always what you're doing in this game. We'll just wait for that little robot duck to get away from us. I don't think there's anything through here. But, you know, I should know better than to rely on my memory. Oh no, never mind. I was actually right. Man, there's a lot of holes in here. Is it ironic that treasure hunters in this game are called diggers, even though all of the digging seems to have been done for them? Like, you never actually dig anything in this game. You just go finding stuff in holes that are already there. It's like all the dig outs are pre-dug. Oh, these guys are annoying in this game. They're invincible when they have their shields up, even if you hit them from behind.
Did you find something, Mega Man?
I think I found an ID card.
Good going.
I'll go back to that control room once I found
Is it just me, or does Roll sound a little bit sarcastic for some reason there? Good going! Well, I'm lost again. Huh. That didn't look like a ruined door. They're normally kind of differently colored. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. We've got to exit and re-enter this place. Because, yeah, there's a floor we're going to have to bomb our way through with an upgrade that we get in this dungeon.
That looks like the generator you've been looking for. Can you get it to work? All right! You should be able to get the elevator to work now.
Now, can I remember where that elevator was? Excuse you. I'm walking here. Yeah, this is the place. There's a breakable block on the ceiling that we gotta get through. But at least I think there is. Ah, yeah, there it is. I think the bazooka upgrade will get you through that as well, but I somehow missed it. I remember the bazooka being a really easy one to find, but somehow we missed it. Oh, for goodness sake, I want the... Actually, no, this is the way we want to go. Because, yeah, we gotta... Yeah, I think we do need to get through that hole, so we gotta go back out and have Roll R&D some grenades for us. This is an awesome final weapon loadout we've got here, by the way. We got a machine gun, we got a grenade, and we got another type of grenade. After I just talked earlier about all the awesome and fun and varied, interesting weapons in this game. We got machine gun, we got grenade, and we got bigger grenade. Found nothing else so far. Ta-da! Seeing her say ta-da like that every time you make an item Has me itching to play Mega Man 11 now. Oh, there we go. I got another new upgrade. Active Buster is actually, I think, one of the best items in the game, just like she says here, except it costs $1 million to upgrade. Fuck. Did I miss the big grenade parts? We're gonna have to make 3 trips into this stupid dungeon. Maybe a regular grenade will do it? No, because that one bounces off. Maybe the Active Buster will do it. Not even gonna waste my money upgrading it. Could have sworn there was the Grand Grenade upgrade parts. I must have just missed them. Oh, actually, no, I don't. I forgot we were still attached to the dungeon. Also, do I not have any gifts for Roll? Oh, that's right, you gotta talk to Roll to do those. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is probably... Yeah, I'm just going to go to that room with the ceiling, and if this thing works on it, then we're good, and if it doesn't, then we're not good, and I'll have to re-explore this whole frickin' ruin. Oh, this is funny. Since the lock-on and free aim buttons are actually the same, I'm not going to be able to aim a missile at that ceiling there until I kill these guys. Is he stuck on something? They're just kind of running in place. Yeah, I got him stuck on something.
Mega Man, I'm seeing something funny on my monitor. It looks like there's a false wall or something.
Oh, hey.
There's
I did not expect that to work.
room in there.
Also, that's really helpful how they have the debris fallen on the ground here so that you know exactly where to jump. Man, that would have been a perfect place for a crash right there.
Hey, Mega Man, have you ever wondered where the Reaver bots came from? I mean, who made them?
I don't know why she's bringing up all of these questions that the plot just does not answer in this game.
It's almost like stealing.
It's like all these questions and more answered in the sequel.
3 Reaver bots close by. Watch out!
Does this thing actually do more damage than the Mega Buster? Let's just give it a shot. Oh, we can't run and shoot with this thing. Okay, I think our Mega Buster is doing plenty of damage here. Anyways, this is this boss fight. Ooh, that actually does do pretty good damage. Was that one hit? Did I just lose like 4 bars of energy just from that one hit? So in contrast to all of the other bosses in this game, this one feels like circle strafing is just the right way to go here. I don't know how you would beat these guys without doing circle strafe strats. There we go. You get a little bit of AoE on the explosions, so it's actually good to use it if you can get them to group up. Ouch. Holy shit, I'm gonna die in like one more hit. I can't even like turn when I'm using the homing missile. Oh shit, I'm out of ammo.
I'm not picking up any more Reaverbot signals.
Well, that was tougher than I remembered. I'm gonna be late for work, but I don't even care. Man, I was so sure that it's the grenade parts that you get in here that lets you blast open that ceiling. I guess that's just my reduced brain functionality these days. I can't even remember stuff from games I've played a million times and just played last year. It's not even that long of a game either. Okay, yada yada, a bunch of nonsense. And the main gate is open. Honestly, I think most players wouldn't have even seen that thing up to this point. 'Cause you can actually go and look at the main gate and they'll tell you about it and explain what it is if you go to that part of town, but there's never any reason to go over there. And if you do, you probably just get eaten by stray dogs, as we will see in a minute. Or actually more than a minute, because like I said, I'm going to work right after this. Yeah, I think I will just come back online and finish this up later this evening after work. It's a short shift, so I'll be back in like 5 hours from now. Probably closer to 6 actually by the time I get prepped and everything. Oh yeah, before I forget, this is very important. That wasn't very important. Roll's always got a bad feeling about something. Okay. Whatever. Apparently she doesn't want my love. That's fine. I have no idea. So we've got a flower for her. We've got a ring. And I think we got the music box too, but I can't remember how to give them to her. Whatever. We'll figure it out tonight when we come back to this. I gotta get to work. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.